Hey y'all, so the hair that I'm showing y'all is from Maxine here on AliExpress. This is how it came packaged. And I have their Brazilian straight hair. And this is the 360 frontal, which I am absolutely in love with. It's my first time making a 360 frontal wig. And you can see it's constructed and already pre-plucked. I can't speak. It's already pre-plucked, and I think it's amazing because it's less work that I have to do. So that's how it looks before I actually bleach the frontal, which I do have a tutorial on how I bleach the frontal. I will have that annotated across the screen. And those are the bundles. I have 24, 26, and 28 inches. And this is how it looks after I bleach the frontal. I think I did a pretty good job though, but definitely check out that tutorial on how I bleached the frontal for this unit, which it was pretty easy. I can't complain. So what I'm going to do is basically put on the actual frontal to my cap, my dome cap. I will have that link below as well. And then I'm just going to take my little T-pin and I'm going to pin the front half of it. And I'm going to do the same thing for the back and the sides because I definitely want it to stay down while I'm making my little unit, which I think is super duper easy. So what I'm going to do is basically fold that little material, the excess mesh, then I'm going to sew it down basically, because I am going to sew around the perimeter, but I want to get that excess mesh and kind of like sew it down to the cap so it won't be like in the way when I'm actually doing it. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And what I did was I already started sewing around the perimeter, which this tutorial is kind of like choppy or whatnot, but I was trying to get good enough footage so you all can see how I did it. Basically what I'm doing now is just sewing around the perimeter. I'm really not good at explaining nor showing how I make my units, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing the same thing to that side, sewing that little extra excess down. So that's how it should look once it's all sewed basically to the perimeter. I probably did not explain that right. So what we're going to do is cut the excess mesh from the cap because we don't need it all. We just need that little center that we sewed, and it should look like that. So yeah, I'm putting it back on the wig, and now it's time to sew on our bundle. So what we're going to do is not go into a circle. We're going to go kind of like into a horseshoe, like halfway, not all the way into the circle. Oh, I'm not good at this, like I said. So if you want a real in-depth video, I'll definitely check out Mad About Michi's tutorial, how she did her 360 frontal. We'll have that link below. But basically what we're going to do is sew the tracks into halfway, kind of like a U part, and then we're going to go all the way up to the top. So yeah, y'all, that is how I make my 360 frontal. If you want to see how I actually bleach this frontal, I do have that video. And if you want to see how I apply this frontal, I do have that video as well, and I will have those linked below. So definitely check out Maxine hair. I will have them linked below and everything. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.